Hey y'all, my name is Ava Parker, and for my service learning project, I have chosen the topic college and college age suicide. My proposal includes three parts, and the first part is to have student led support groups as well as individual meetups. So instead of reaching out to an adult for help and then sitting in a confined room, just being asked questions and talking about trauma, I can just reach out to one of the students in the support group and say, hey, let's go get lunch, let's go get coffee. And I can actually build real trust, friendships, and bonds through these groups. And it just makes it less intimidating, more comfortable, less scary for these students that are thinking about reaching out for help but are maybe a little nervous. The second part of the proposal is to have mental health days where students get 5 mental health days per semester, which will obviously count as an excused absence each time, where no doctor's notice needed. Everyone just needs those days where we just need to, do nothing, such as going to the gym. You're going at it 4, 5, 6 days a week. Back to back to back. We all just need to chill out one of those days and have, a rest day. The third part of my proposal is to have free counseling that is widely advertised and marketed. But apparently free counseling is already available to a lot of schools, but it just shows how weakly and poorly advertised this is, that I am just finding out about it through research for this project. College freshmen mainly fall into stage 5 of the psychological stages of development, which is called identity versus confusion. As we enter all this change and responsibility while our frontal cortex is still developing, it's hard to know how to take on the challenges of finding and completing our roles, in the long term as people and what makes us us. More concepts that relate to the suicide rate problem are mainly psychological disorders such as anxiety disorders, body dysmorphic disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder, major depressive disorder, and bipolar disorder. According to Lumen, around 90% of those who complete suicides have a diagnosis of at least one of these mental health disorders, most often a mood disorder. So just make sure you check on your friends, even if they show just the slightest bit of struggle. An example of this could be skipping class, tired all the time, lack of motivation, lack of interest in hobbies, and, changes in appetite. Just make sure you check on your friends because you never know what someone's going through. Mental health is on the forefront these days. Businesses are taking it more seriously. Schools are taking it more seriously. Athletes are speaking about mental health. So having problems isn't as taboo. As my mom would call it. She went to high school in the 90s where, having issues was weird or, weak. But as more awareness gets spread around it these days, it's more normalized to have these events and services in regard to mental health. So for my proposal, I really want to focus on college freshmen, that are going through this change. Not that it wouldn't be, offered to everyone, but it's hard to get freshmen involved in such events. So my goal is to break that stigma and trying to get students comfortable enough to reach out and to know where to get that help and how to get that help, and to know these resources and opportunities are available to them. And then what I've learned is not so much the hard effects of transitioning into college, but how many people go through the same thing. I've had a pretty hard time transitioning, but I've had times where, I thought I was alone. And I would see all my friends through social media, Snapchat, saying it's not bad and having so much fun. Well, I still just felt stuck and just not ever knowing what to do or how to do it. So just know, if you're watching this, that you're not alone. And thanks for watching.